Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into a pretty provocative argument, one that challenges a belief many of us have about one of the world's oldest nations. So let's just get right to it. Is Egypt a poor country? Now, a lot of people think they have a quick answer for that, a perception that you hear repeated by some pretty prominent figures. Yeah, this is the story you hear all the time, right? That Egypt lacks natural resources, that its land is mostly desert, and its wealth is, limited. But what if that entire idea is just plain wrong? Well, according to economic expert Ahmed Kuzayam, whose analysis we're exploring today, this view isn't just a misunderstanding. He argues it completely overlooks a vast, untapped reality. Kuzayam's core argument is a total 180 from the common narrative. He says that Egypt is in fact one of the richest countries in the region. The problem, he argues, isn't a lack of wealth, but a failure to see and manage what's already there. So, if it's so rich, where is all this supposed wealth? The analysis suggests it's not in one place, but spread across 5 very distinct and very powerful economies. Okay, let's dive into this. And this number is key. It's the foundation of his entire framework. 5 economies, each with immense potential, all operating right there inside the country. And here they are. You've got agricultural, industrial, maritime, tourism, and service. Now, what's so interesting about this is how it totally reframes the country. Instead of a single entity, you start to see it as a portfolio of diverse assets. So let's break these down. First up, let's talk about the wealth that's both on and under the ground, the very areas that are often just dismissed as barren desert. The usual argument against Egypt's agricultural wealth is land scarcity, but the expert here notes that modern science can basically make that a non-issue. Through genetic engineering and advanced farming methods, technology can dramatically boost both the value and the yield from the land that is available. But if you're looking for immediate, high-impact revenue, the real treasure, he argues, is in mining and quarrying. And this is where Egypt apparently holds a top global position, a fact that would probably surprise a lot of people. This slide just illustrates that hidden potential perfectly. I mean, look at these numbers. Globally, Egypt ranks 3rd in resources like feldspar and oxides, and 3rd in general quarrying. We're talking about the basic raw materials for construction and manufacturing industries all over the world, a massive, underused economic powerhouse. And this hidden wealth story even has a geopolitical twist. The analysis points to one specific rare mineral found in the Sinai Peninsula that is supposedly very highly sought after by global powers. That material is mica. It's a mineral with these unique sheet-like layers, which makes it absolutely crucial for high-end electronics like transistors. This is literally the kind of stuff that powers our modern world, and having control over its supply can be a huge geopolitical advantage. And the analysis points out that some of the highest quality deposits in the world are right there, concentrated in central Sinai and the Jabal al-Halal area. All right, so next, let's see how this argument builds. We're moving from the wealth under the sand to the incredible value of Egypt's coasts and waterways, which are so much more than just beaches. Just think about this for a second. 22%. That's the percentage of all world trade that passes directly through Egypt's waterways, mainly the Suez Canal. That's a massive, built-in economic engine right at the heart of the country. And it's not just shipping. The tourism potential is described as being hugely underdeveloped. It's not just about the ancient sites. It spans at least 5 major categories, from religious pilgrimages like the Holy Family Trail to modern business conferences, and even wellness tourism at places like Moses Springs. There's an opportunity here to attract all sorts of different visitors all year round. And finally, we get to what Kuzayam argues is Egypt's most overlooked advantage, its strategic position as a gateway to a continent that is absolutely poised for major economic growth, Africa. And we're not talking small change. According to the World Bank, this is the amount of investment targeted for Africa this year alone, a staggering $3.4 trillion. A massive wave of capital is heading towards the continent. So where does Egypt fit into this huge flow of money? The argument is that it's perfectly positioned to be the service hub for all of it. And this isn't just a nice thought. The country has the oldest and most experienced banks, insurance firms, and contracting companies in Africa. That deep institutional knowledge gives it a major head start, allowing it to use its historical expertise and relationships across the continent in a way few other nations can. So after laying out all this immense, multifaceted wealth, the analysis pivots to the big question. If all of this is true, why is there this perception of poverty? What's the disconnect? The conclusion drawn is pretty clear. The issue isn't a lack of resources. It's a lack of scientific research and, most importantly, proper management. It's not about what you have, but what you do with it. And this is where the whole argument really comes full circle. Kuzaim uses a really simple but powerful analogy to explain this. Imagine you give two investors the exact same capital, £1 million, and the exact same project. One of them fails and has to shut down. The other not only succeeds but expands the business. So what's the variable? It's not the resource, it's the strategy, the vision, the management. And that leaves us with a final provocative question that really reframes the whole debate. It shifts the focus away from a story of scarcity to one of strategy and vision. Is true wealth really found in what a nation possesses, or in how it chooses to manage it?